Good morning, friends. Today we are going to deal with electronics part 2nd of 11th science. Myself, Professor Nikam SM. So, before discussing with the electronics, let us try to understand the most important thing, that is mark distribution of electronics subject, and what are the advantages of electronics as compared to other subjects. So, let us start. So the marking scheme of electronics. So electronics subject is for 200 marks. Okay, part 1 and part 2. Both the parts are carrying out how many marks? Both are having 100 marks. Okay, so 200 mark distribution, 100 marks for part first, 100 marks for part second. In that 100 marks, 50 marks will be theory and 50 marks will be practical for both the subjects, part 1 as well as part 2. And again 50 mark practical distribution is shown in that. See over here, in that how is the distribution for this particular thing. See, 30 marks practical for part 1, 10 mark for project and 10 mark for file. Similarly for part second, 30 mark practical, 10 mark is for your project and 10 mark is for your file. Fine. Now this is how a particular distribution is done. So the subject is for 200 mark, 100 marks will be for your practical, 100 marks will be for theory. So the subject will be having a board exam of practical as well as theory. The board exam will be of 50 marks, carrying 3 hours. So from practical point of view, it is very easy for scoring if you perform the practical properly. So next important thing, advantages of electronic subject. So what are the advantages of electronic subject? Best for JEE scoring. Why best for JEE scoring? Because whenever we are going to consider part 2 of electronics, that is totally related to analog as well as digital communication, and most of the concept of physics are also interlinked with electronics. So physics part 2 we are going to cover in electronics practically as well as theoretically. So that will be the biggest plus point for you for securing for JEE. Electronics plays very important role. And the most important thing is that most of the students are always in the mood that physics is a difficult part. Why? Because most of the things are not done practically. So that concept get clears in your electronics, and in electronic subject we are going to perform all the physics things practically. So that is the biggest advantage. Second, best for state board topper as well as group finalization. The most important thing, group finalization, might be JEE or NEET, PCMB, physics, chemistry, maths, biology are your groups. For securing the groups, 100 marks is for practical. So on an average you will be getting more than 75 marks if you perform the practical properly. So it is very difficult in theoretical subject to secure 75 marks. So group scoring will be very easy. And for the state board toppers, if you score good marks, it will be the best plus point for you. So the last year topper was of 196, so that was the biggest plus point, and he was also the topper, second topper. So electronics help the students for securing in board as well as for group. Next, make the study of physics part second very easy, that already I have discussed. Preparation of JEE is achieved easily. Yes, because as you have finalized JEE, so no need for preparing NEET. So if you want to go for engineering, the electronics is the best option. And if you are interested for NEET, do NEET. So no need for this particular thing. Okay, and helpful for engineering all streams. Now how it is helpful for all engineering streams? Because there is a subject called as what? Electronics, or we can say basic electronics. Might be any branch will in the first year, mechanical, electronics, again you will be having mechatronics. So there is a common subject called as basic electronics, so that will be helpful. And the one doubt is there always in the minds of the students, sir, if I will be taking electronics for 12th, after that I will get admission to only electronics and mechatronics. So that is the wrong concept. You will be getting advantages, that you can take admission to any of the branch. You can take to IT also and computer also. Whenever you will be taking IT as well as computer, the another advantage is that again there will be the digital electronics for IT and computer. That part will also be get covered in your electronics. So that is the biggest advantage of electronics. Next, make concept of digital concept clear. The digital electronics is a part of your electronics part second. Those concept clear. If those concepts are clear, that will be helpful for IT as well as computer. And the most important thing, help for practical knowledge. Practical knowledge in the sense, because most of the things are done practically, 100 mark practical, so most of the students are designing their own projects. The projects are related to designing of chargers, as well as you are having the projects on sensors. Whenever I will be putting hand, automatically water will be coming. When I will be removing hand, the water will stop. So we are using sensors. The students are well familiar with different types of sensors, and it will also help to get more knowledge, as well as the students will be able to prepare their own home appliances projects. So that is the biggest advantage of electronics. Hope so you have got the importance of electronics, advantage, marking scheme. So this will surely help the students for securing good marks, as well as it will help the students for finalizing their subject. Hope so you have got all the concept. So best luck for your subject finalization. So this video was basically prepared for the understanding marking scheme of electronics, advantages of electronics. Hope so you have enjoyed the video. So you will take the good decision regarding the subject finalization. Thank you.